Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Don't forget, if you like the video, click on like and subscribe and talk about it on chat lines, wherever it is your social media activities, and help us to grow and help more people. I'll talk to you soon. What I can tell you that whether you just broke up or you see an ex and reminisce and things are newly refreshed in your mind about how things were and you desire her again, or you feel overwhelmed or jittery, or somehow you feel depressed as if you've lost something important, or you're angry and stay angry because of the recent breakup, or because you remember a, a breakup that happened a while ago but you're still hurt by it. All of that has many reasons why you're angry. So let's go over this. There are a number of things that happens after a breakup that makes you feel angry, resentful, and possibly still feeling in love or lust or infatuated with her, even though you know she actually caused the harm, she actually was not positive in the relationship, she had ulterior motives, and perhaps she was a con girl to a certain level for certain benefit or psychotic pleasure maybe she was seeking, or some kind of a plan she had maybe to make you fall in love, to, I don't know, get some money from you or get some favors or play a game. Whatever the reason was, she wasn't truthful to the relationship, and for one reason or another she broke it off. Now, however it broke off, there are feelings that stirred up in you after that breakup, however it developed, that makes you angry with her. So the reason for all these feelings and ill feelings or anger or resentment that we talked about is as follows. Number one reason is that you had created a perfect image of a girlfriend for yourself using the information that this woman had given you, which most women at the outset, when they give you information to describe themselves, those informations are never true. They are quasi true, mostly exaggerated, and they have left out all their shortcomings, and they have created and presented themselves to you as a perfect woman, at least to what the image they have of themselves in their mind, or they would like others to see them as that image in their mind. So they put that out. And based on that information that you receive from them, you create a more perfect image of her in your brain about them in your mind. Why? Because we're all selfish and we think we're the top dog, we are the best of the best, and we all are in our own mind. So if I am the best, the girl that I've fallen for whatever reason, convince myself that she is worthy enough for me to fall for her. So therefore, I create her to be the best of the best because I feel I am the top dog. I am the best of the best. So if I'm falling for this girl for whatever reason, she must be the best. And if she's not, I create her to be the best in my brain. So I create an image of her in my mind about her that she's perfect woman. That's out of selfishness because I feel I deserve a perfect woman. And whether this one is or not, mostly are not, but I create her, elevate her as an image in my brain about her that she's perfect. And then I fall in love with that perfect image. Now that she's broken up, I cannot continue to have that perfect woman image in my brain to love. I cannot continue sustaining that perfect image of the woman that I felt in love, I love in my brain. Why? Because the actuality of this woman no longer exists in my life. So I cannot continue the perfect version of the image I have made out of this imperfect actuality and ended up with a perfect girlfriend in my mind. I can't have that anymore because She's no longer. The structure, the model that I made this image based on that model no longer exists. So she took away something that I had created that was perfect, and I cannot legitimately continue having that perfect girlfriend. Because she's no longer there, even though she wasn't perfect, but I had the perfect version of her in my brain. That was my girlfriend. I had a relationship with the image I had made out of her in my mind. That was my relationship with her. That's what I was in love with. So when she leaves, I think the one that I loved that I had created in my brain, the perfect one, that has left me. Why? Because I cannot continue having that, because this one, which was the basis for that, is no longer in my life. That pisses you off. That's one thing. Second thing that pisses you off and keeps you angry is that she took away something that belonged to you. One was the image, but the second thing is that she took away something that belongs to you. Remember when you guys were together, intimate, and she must have said that her body belongs to you, she belongs to you, you're her everything, and all that, so forth. Many say that, legitimately or as a plan or as a trick to play with your mind or dominate you or control you or convince you that they really love you so they can take advantage from you one way or another, or they really meant it. Either way, they said that their body belongs to you, you can do whatever you want with them. And at the moment of heat of the moment, they might have said that. Mostly do. It's passionate talk. And you believed it, because we all do, because that's the ultimate thing we want from a one, to love her, to want her, and to know that she's all for us and her body is ours. So when she says that, declares that to you, and you believe it, and then she goes with somebody else, you're now pissed because she gave something that she gave it to you that belongs to you to somebody else. And that pisses you off because she gave it to you and you believed her. Her body is yours, she said. And now she's with somebody else. That tears you apart because she took away something that belonged to you. She gave it to you herself. So you believed it because it came from herself. She gave it to you, now she gives it to somebody else. That pisses you off. That's two reasons why you're angry. And the other reason that you are struggling after this breakup is because there's a battle between desire and ego. Your desire wants the pleasure of her companionship, her intimacy, and to be with her. And you're willing to sacrifice, do anything just to have that feeling, have her body, have her companionship, have that relationship that it was once going so well. But your ego says, listen, she has not lived up to your values. She has disrespected your trust. She has taken away the faithfulness that was the cornerstone and the foundation of this relationship. Your ego tells you you cannot accept a woman who has broken the oath that was between you guys to be loyal and to be together. But your desire says, but I want her. I love her. I want that intimacy. And the ego says, if you do, then you are diminished in your character and who you are, and your identity is compromised. This is the fight you have in there. If you listen to your desire, you will get pleasure, but you will lose your gusto, your roots. If you listen to your ego, you will not have the pleasure that's painful, because we know we are just driven by all that sexuality and sensuality and intimacy that we love to have with women. But yet you will regain your identity, you will regain your power, you will regain your alpha male, you will regain your character, and you will be proud of yourself. That's the battle you should win. Fourth is that she took away something that was part of your identity. You had an image of being a man in a relationship. Now that she's gone, that image of you that is made out of so many characteristics and so many things that are happening in your life is no longer benefiting from the part that also showed you as a man in a relationship. And that pisses you off because it took away something from your identity. It agitated what you would have seen yourself as a complete picture of a person you are. Your job, your education, your philosophy, your way of life, your lifestyle, and a man who has a girlfriend. That was part of your identity. That has been taken away, and that bothers you because she changed the image you had of yourself in your mind in its entirety is not the same. Another reason for your anger. Her action agitated the image you have of yourself in your mind, which that image had given you a certain quasi psychological security. Now that she's gone, you're not finding contentment, and therefore it takes away that elusive, unattainable psychological security that one level you had some of it because of that image that was created in your mind about yourself. The image you had of yourself in your mind about this relationship had created a certain emotion, which was bringing about that certain level of psychological security, as we just talked about. Now that she's gone, that certain level of psychological security that came from that contentment in that relationship, settling you down because you're in a relationship, you're happy, you're content with that, you're committed to that. That emotional stage of stability is now been shattered in a way or been affected by her leaving. So that has taken away that certain level of psychological security that again emotionally disturbs you and pisses you off because that certain kind of a stability in the emotional state has been taken away and you find her responsible for that. So you're angry about that. And you accepted her as an intelligent woman. Why? Selfish reasons. Because you consider yourself a catch. You consider yourself very important. Now, everybody in the world consider themselves the most important person in their lives. And you consider yourself the most important person in your life, and you consider yourself in a high echelon. You held yourself high. And the fact that she chose you, that made her in your mind to be a very intelligent, intellectual, and smart woman because she chose you and you know that you're the best. You feel you're the best. You consider yourself the best. So she has chosen the best. That makes her very intelligent in your mind. And now that she has broken up with you having already made her to be considered as a very intelligent woman, you now continue thinking her breakup reasons comes from intelligence. Therefore, that changes your identity, that diminishes you because that decision to break up with you has been made via an intelligence. That decision has been made based on an intelligent thinking because you had already expanded her level to an intelligent woman when she chose you. You think of her as intelligent because of that. Now, what she has done, you also think of it, it comes from intelligence, and that makes you feel terrible about yourself because you feel your identity is now not the same, it's not affirmed as it always was because an intelligent woman has refused to continue a relationship with you. But you were the one who considered her intelligent and you're falling for the hole that you created. You took her up on pedestal because she chose you. You made her feel intelligent. You made yourself believe that she's so intelligent because she chose you. Now that she broke up with you, you also feel you've been broken up by someone who's intelligent. So how can you contest the fact that you're not good enough because it was done, the decision was done by an intelligent woman, by your own admittance that she was intelligent, your own judgment. So these are the things that you're dealing with after a breakup and why you're so angry. If you understand all these things and dissect them, then your anger will go away because all these points are just simply thoughts and judgments, and they haven't really been able to change you in any shape or form. You're still the same amazing person as you were before you met her, and you will continue to be better because now you have more experience. by having been able to analyze this, having gone through this relationship, and having been able to see and learn how things can unfold, whether you expected it or not. But now you know how it feels, why they feel this way, and that wisdom and that knowledge gives you more of a understanding and more of a confidence because of this knowledge for your next endeavors and next experiences in relationships. All right. Understand why you're angry and upset after a breakup. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com, making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.